I'm sitting here feeling really sad after sharing that clip of my song because it's literally been years since I've even acknowledged that I am or was a musician. When for so many years, that was my whole identity. And it's still the only thing that I feel like I was ever really good at. I've never talked about my childhood online, and I'm not starting now, but I spent most of it in fear and dissociated, and I never got the opportunity to really be good at anything besides music. I did terrible in school, didn't apply to any colleges, I went to a community college for 1 year and completely burnt out. I went to a beauty school and did finish, but during that time is when I started my first band and realized that I could actually do something with it. And my experience in that band, Dresses, is something that I'm also not going to go into right now, but it showed me how possible it was for me and how I really did have talent that other people wanted to listen to, and at the same time it was a terrible experience, and I was in a completely toxic relationship with my boyfriend and bandmate and management. And while we were fairly successful, I had to remove myself from that, which was really hard because I was really close to living my dream. I mean, I was partially. That's all I ever really wanted to do is tour and play music. I was told by my manager and my bandmate that I was a joke and a loser and I would never make it, and so when I stopped putting up with that abuse and left Dresses, I didn't make music for years. I then finally got up enough courage and strength to record a song that I wrote when I was 16, and I recorded it with my boyfriend Mikey, and he told me it was good, and I just didn't believe that I had the talent anymore. And when I released that song, I really felt like I was on the right track and like I was starting to believe in myself again. And I think in gaining the strength to release music again, I was also gaining strength and, discovering things about what had happened to me, and I ended up releasing my abuse story 2 months afterward, and it immediately got spun into, well, she's clearly saying this to get attention for her music. And so I put up with that narrative for a really long time, and I pushed through it. I wrote an EP and released it, but it just always felt terrible. And it was like I had to suffer through the experience in Dresses, and I'm suffering through this, and it just made music so not enjoyable for me anymore. And I think a big reason why I stayed online for so long and put up with the abuse for so long is that I was like, if I don't, then I don't have this platform anymore, and then can't be a musician. Like, just being a musician that isn't in, the public eye isn't, like, really possible nowadays, or at least that's how it felt. And so when I deleted my social media, I was kind of like, it just kind of also felt like giving up on music. And I wish that I could say that in private and while I was away, I was able to revisit it and enjoy it, but it's never been the same, and I really just don't believe in myself anymore. And the problem is that I'm 32, and it's still the only thing that I've felt like I've ever been good at. And I really try not to spiral and be hard on myself about, like, well, what else am I supposed to do with my life? And I try to remember that if I'm supposed to be a musician, then I will be. Sorry, this is probably going to be really embarrassing, but I'm trying to look back on these songs that I wrote in such a hard time and, like, be proud of that person, because I really didn't even get to feel those feelings of pride back then. And even now, like, obviously I've been scared to even, like, share my music because it'll be said that I'm doing it for attention. this is just who I am. These are things that I've made that I deserve to be proud of, and even if I'm not making music right now, it's who I am, and I am a musician. Okay, I think I'm rambling at this point.